Hey, welcome to Feisty Chess. I'm playing a 10-5 game here on Lead Chess. Let's go with e4. We're going up against Hussein Chess 2023. Let's go with knight f3 and try to go for an Evans Gambit if he plays bishop c5. Okay. I've been playing around with the Evans Gambit for the last few months. And we go with d4 here. And after he takes, we just castle. Okay. So, this is a critical line because I'm down 3 pawns. Queen b3 is the move, I think. Let me make sure. Should really know this, huh? Looking at queen d5. He's got 2 ways to stop that. I think queen b3 is the way to go. I've been playing this in Blitz, so hopefully it works here as well. Okay. Now I think e5 is the move. All right. And now is it bishop a3? I think that's it. Let me blow this up a little bit. Okay, I'm used to playing 5-3 games, so I need to take care not to rush here. Opponent still seems to be in book. Bishop a3, probably knight e7, and then knight takes. That seems kind of slow. I'm down a couple pawns still. But I got the center, and I'll be totally developed. There's also knight takes c3 immediately. Is there any other forcing lines I'm missing here? I think I like knight takes c3 better. That knight's going to go there. We'll figure out what to do with that bishop in a second. a3 is the likely square. So I'm looking for knight to e7 here. I don't know what else black would try. f6 hangs a piece on g8. d6 allows, I mean, those just allow me to open the center too. Knight e7. Okay, brings the bishop back. Now I could go knight d5. Grab the bishop pair maybe. Knight d5. Or bishop a3. Actually, bishop a3 looks good here with the follow-up idea of knight d5. Okay, so bishop a3, knight g to e7, knight d5. He can't really guard that thing, so he has to move it, and then he can't castle yet. So knight takes d5, and then bishop takes d5. And then he'd have to play his other knight back to e7 to castle. But then he wouldn't be able to castle because the bishop could just take the knight. So I think that starts with bishop a3, right? The old Evans bishop. This is one of the main points of the Evans Gambit. We've got the b pawn out of the way. Okay. I think I didn't see this, but now that I see it, I see a mate threat on f8. that allows me to get out of this this trouble here. So queen b4, and now I'm threatening mate on f8. So we can't take the bishop. I might move the bishop, say, to d5, and then I can come to e4 and harass the queen. So what is he going to do? He can't play knight e7. Does he have to try like d6 here? Ah, knight back here. Okay. How about I just mate you on f8? Yeah. Was he in a totally shot there? Because if he moves, he needs to move this knight to guard f8. But if he moves the knight, he can't guard e7. So I think he has to play d6. Then, what's the approach? I mean, just take on d6 most likely, but now take here. And I don't know. There's probably lots of good things for white here. He'll take our bishop if we do anything else. Is this throwing in that check on d7 worthwhile? Probably should just take the knight. And yeah, black's in trouble, as far as I can tell. And if he blocks here with the bishop, then there's this check, and he has to move the king. If he blocks with the knight, we can pile up like this. Not sure here. Let's check what the computer says. Yeah, knight d5. I was looking at bishop e6 here, but then, yeah, we have a check. And he can't block with the bishop because then rook takes knight on with check. He blocks with the knight. Oh, and then we're getting a free bishop because that pawn's pinned. Okay. Well, I think we succeeded there with our Evans Gambit. There's lots of traps, lots of pitfalls for black. It's actually one of the more computer-approved gambits. If you look, black has accepted the gambit, and computer gives a draw. So, but it's a draw with with perfect computer play. But in a practical human game, this is advantage white for A, getting into an opening that he knows better than black, and B, just having the tactical chances with, you know, playing the gambit and getting the big lead in development here. So you might think, what's wrong with this? Oh, the right move. Well, I think taking is a good move too. No. Okay. Okay, the right move is pinning immediately. And then black just has to give up the knight. What about if d3, d6, then can the queen just slide over here? And this is too ugly. Ooh. This is real ugly. Oh, that's beautiful. If queen takes queen, then rook d8 is mate. Okay. I'm still learning this. I haven't found a systematic way to study the Evans Gambit. I don't have a book. I just watch some videos here and there and figure out via analysis like this how to play against some lines, even when they don't come up. So Yeah, the queen going back here is no good. The queen to f5. Same story, I guess. And if he takes, queen check? Oh, and if bishop blocks, or if anything blocks, we're going to take with rook. Huh. No way. This can't be the best line. Oh, but it is, because you're just getting mated in this line. Okay, just too many pieces. Those big, heavy pieces coming in for white. Okay, so right after knight takes, this is important to know because I actually probably would have taken with my knight on e5, which gives away all the advantage. And the advantage is huge. I mean, it's just completely winning. We just go here, and if he takes there, then it comes. If he plays d6, then there comes bishop g5. And the best move is this. I guess if we just take that queen, and then he can take our rook. Knight f6. Oh, wow, yeah, because we'll trap that rook on h8 otherwise. We take here so we don't lose our rook for nothing. Oh, and we just throw in a check for fun. And then we don't worry, we'll collect that pawn in a minute. Huge. I mean, a huge winning advantage. Okay, most black players seem to know that, and they'll go here. And I probably spent too much time here. I wonder if these are interchangeable moves. No, bishop b3 is not as good after rook b8. Don't know why, but okay, I just went with the principal knights before bishops. And yeah, despite being down a pawn, computer likes white here. Nice healthy little advantage. Knight g to e7. So black played bishop back, and that was problematic. So, but I didn't play the right line. Anyway, let's look at the main line. Yeah, this is what I pictured. And now castles. And then we just got our rooks in the game. We're not worried about being down those two pawns. And if black ever takes here, he's given up his best piece. And we got the bishop pair. And now this is advantage white despite being down two pawns. And it's an even game here despite being down two pawns. So black drops the bishop back. Maybe you got his move order mixed up here. And now the other rook comes to the center. We allow this. Huh. Queen trade? We don't go for queen trade. Black tries to trade off everything. But now we're making mate threats. And if there, then that's got knight e4 has got to be. After we protect the pawn, we're going to play knight e4 and come in here. Big advantage for white. Yeah, so ooh. What is happening? Okay, now we're getting in here. Wow, look at these knights. Now we have to be careful that other knight. Oh, we're just going to sack it immediately. Oh, it's not a sack. So, yeah, now we're just down a pawn, and we continue with our attack. Now we can grab up this other pawn if we want. Yeah, equal material now, and white's way better. So, what was all that? That was allowing black to knight a5. Just getting her rooks in the game. Allowing black to trade off one of his developed pieces. Another one. And we're still way more developed, right? I mean, these pieces on the back rank are still inactive. This knight isn't even that good. There's also just lining up threats against the queen. Hitting c7. And, wow, threatening this mate. Now we're jumping in. That's one heck of a knight on d6. I would imagine a3 after this. Oh, rook e4, even better. Okay. So you just have to be comfortable being down a couple of pawns in the Evans Gambit. It's kind of like a mini lines of the two knights defense. You know, you're down a couple of pawns, but look at Black's back rank here. Look at these pawns. None of them have moved. White's got all the open lines for his pieces. I mean, Black's castle, it's completely dire, but he's got real headaches here. Okay, but the line that was played in the game, and I think this was the big mistake. Bishop to b6. Now when I play bishop a3, oh, but it likes knight g5. Let's look at knight g5 first. So now we're just adding more pressure to this, and he can't castle to address it, so he has to come back here. Makes sense. This allows us in here. We're going to get the bishop, maybe? Ooh. Oh. This is really wild. I would expect h6 here, actually. Oh, but we're hitting that with hitting the queen as well. Ooh, so... Okay. Winning a whole piece. Maybe it looks like we'll even be able to hang on to our knight there. Yeah, just take here, but then what about h6? Oh yeah, the knight's safe on f3. Okay, so we're up a piece in that line. This is probably just as good. Oh, not quite. Okay, he goes immediately for this. Queen b5 is a recommendation. Just going for this? Now, queen b4 has got to be better because it threatens mate, right? Now the knight comes back here. But no, d6. Huh, I'm surprised this isn't better for white. Takes. Now c5. There's a check. The king goes and hides. Doesn't this just totally win a bishop? Oh no, because our bishop is hanging. It's still good for white. Still good for white. Take, and then queen d5. I would go b7. What's the threat with d5? We're just hitting that knight. And if takes, wow, what do we got here? This is a check. How come we can't say come here? What? Yeah, the rooks just are too big a deal. We don't want them to get forked, I guess. We use that rook. And then the queen is gone? Oh, or the rook is gone here. And wow, oh, it's really ugly. Okay. All right, this is good. Patterns from the Evans Gambit to know. So yeah, I'm still, after d6, is totally winning. You gotta go c5. And now, okay, black's got a bit of a backwards pawn here, but he's got play. He's going to be able to. This could be asleep for a while, and that's our compensation with the two pawns. We might get a rook into d6, a knight into d6, whatever we want. Well, the bishop can drop back to c7. Probably a knight comes into d6. Actually, what if the bishop jumps? It's c7 now, then we can just take. Yeah, okay. So yeah, allowing that knight a5. So queen b5, and then there's no, I don't know, what about c6 here? That doesn't really improve black. It just gives him a hole on d6. All right. So a lot of positional compensation here. But in our game, we just induced a blunder. And now queen f8, which was the threat all along. He was trying to guard e7 extra. But yeah, c5 is necessary here. Okay. Well, we got off a little easy on that one. But that illustrates the power of a gambit like the Evans Gambit, one of the oldest and best gambits, apparently. So I've really gotten into the Mora. I'm looking forward to learning more Evans Gambit. And this was a nice little day trip through some of the more fun lines. So thanks for watching. Stay feisty.